Now, I'm going to give the 6 ingredients of a good marketing strategy. Number 1, clear dream customer. Who's your dream customer? Who would you love to serve? Not everybody that's buying. There are certain people, don't you have customers like, ish, I wish this customer would go away. And then you also get certain people like just buy, and they're super cool. Like, oh, you're so good. Yeah, I'm good. Like, oh, then we got all of this as well. Like, oh, cool, give me, I'll take it. Like, oh, wow. So you do have customers who are really good for your business and others who are not. So what do you need to do? Be very clear on your ideal customer. Create a customer avatar. This is really number 1. If your business is struggling, this is the piece most of the times that we'll get to. Okay? So if you come to Pranary, this is the thing we'll analyze first. Like, who's your customer? Everybody. I'm in the food business. Everybody eats. Yeah. Right? Like, that doesn't work like that, right? People don't eat the same things. Even the people eat the same things, don't buy the same things. They don't buy from the same stuff. So it's not everybody. Okay? And then again, so you need to niche down. So what are the things that you look for? 3 attributes of a good customer or of good customers. 1, customers you can serve well. Because there's certain customers, like, okay, you get them, but you struggle to serve them, right? But the ones that you can serve well, these would be like good customers. And then the second one would be they love your product or service. It's not like a lot of negotiation. Like they always ask for a discount, they're late to pay. Is that ringing a bell? For those ones, for everybody else, increase your prices and those will drop off. Right? Okay. And then number 3 has purchasing power. Critical. So of those ingredients, which ones have you got and which ones are you missing? I find because I grew up in the village, I grew up in the township, and I'm an orphan. The purchasing power. I used to try to save poor people by not charging them, and then I thought I would somehow save them with no money, right? Miraculously. So I'm saying this because we see this a lot. You can't help poor people by being poor. You can't outpoor them. Okay. I did it for a few years. Then I realized that, oh my gosh, all these people we go to who got foundations, who give us money, what have they done? They got money. They built businesses that work. So Alan Gray was a billionaire, right? That's why he could give out foundations, like give out all these scholarships and that. He made money. Okay, Sanlam makes money. MTN makes money. So don't start from poor, then I'll go up. You can't. Okay, unless you're running an NGO. But even if you're running an NGO, be comfortable with money. You need to sell to donors. You need to convince them. You need to sell. There are rich NGOs, by the way. There are rich NGOs in the world, make a lot of money, and people get paid they get paid with more than all of us here. But they work for an NGO. How? Right? So NGO doesn't mean no money. Yeah. NGO doesn't mean poor. Be comfortable with the concept of money. Okay. Money is good. Money is great. You can do a lot of things. If you have so the other thing, some people get afraid of money, by the way. Okay? So when I'm talking about this, people get nervous. Like, oh, no, but I won't go to heaven. Oh, no, others say but I'll change, I'll be evil, I'll be all of that. But it's true. Somebody says, I'm afraid. If I make a lot of money, I'll leave my wife. I mean, so there are poor people who are good. There are poor people who are evil. There are rich people who are good. There are rich people who are evil. It's not the money. Blaming money for evil is like blaming a spoon for obesity. It's like blaming a knife for violence. You can use the knife to cut your vegetables or cut the neighbor. It's not the knife. Okay? It's you. Yeah. It's not the knife. Okay? So money is a tool. So get comfortable with money. Okay? So on point number on this one, which ones are you doing well? Which ones are you not doing well? Just keep a note for yourself, okay? Then second point, continuous lead gen. Continuous lead gen would be, you need to make sure that you keep new people coming into the funnel. You can't just get prospects and then you forget about it. Okay? Continuous lead gen. Then with that, you can use different methods. You can use social, okay? Like just social media to try to get people interested in your stuff, what you're offering. Then you could use search. So difference then would be, with search, it's people who are actually looking for something very specific. Okay? I want pizza near me. I want garden tools near me. I want this near me. Whereas for social, it's scroll interrupts. People are not going to social to look for you, right? They're doing other things. Then you're like, oh, this is interesting. So be aware of that. Like the two methods work differently. Then the third one would be content. So if you're into B2B, it's about, you might use more of content. And Google loves good content. And good content is what Google now calls like content that creates an end of search. Like people find your article, they read that, and their search is done. Not that they read your article, they go to somewhere else, they go somewhere else. So how to do that would be, we go into detail though, but we could look at what, like if you're saying how to create a pitch deck, then you on Google, it says people also ask. So if your article answers that people also ask, Google loves that. Then something very, very important, a lead magnet. What's a lead magnet? Something that attracts leads for you. Because you know, like if people don't know you don't know you at all, just seen you for the first time, they'll get something of interest, but they're not willing to give you time. So the way digital world works is like the way the physical world works. When you don't know somebody, how much time do you have for them?
0.
Why do you think people online should give you time? Why do you think investors should give you time if they don't know you? So people like the worst ask is like, hi, can I have 30 minutes of your time? Like, I don't know you. Who are you? And it's not being cruel. That's just how it works. Like if I know you 1 hour, if I know you, come home. The whole day. In fact, sleep over. We got gin and tonic, eh? That's how it works. So same now, if you're talking about marketing, like first time they see you, they were just checking the status and checking comments and then they saw your stuff. They are not gonna buy from you. They might give you some attention, like, oh, interesting. And then it takes 3 seconds to load that, they're out. Facebook has billed you, right? And then they've left. So then we have to go through that, like understanding that. But then when they land on your page, what can you give them quickly that to say, oh yeah, this is great, then you get their email address. And then afterwards they know you, then you can sell them. So it's the same thing that if you meet someone for the first time, like, hey, let's get married and have 3 children. It's like, hey, who are you? I don't know you, weirdo. It's the same asking people for the sale first time you meet them. Okay? So remember, you're building a relationship, so you need to nurture that. So this is a checkpoint. Just check. How many of these have you got? Are you running, focusing on social, search, content, lead magnet? Which ones have you got? Okay? And then number 3, nurturing process. This is another ingredient. Nurturing process, you need to make sure we should connection to that. Like people are bought from you and they don't know you. They want to know you. Know, like, trust. Christy explains that very well. People want to know you, they want to like you and then trust you. When they trust you, they buy from you. Because they are seeing lots of stuff. The same way you keep going to the same place, it's because there's a level of trust. And you will skip other stores that sell the same thing because you don't trust them. That's why people have their place, their venue. And then to know that they won't buy immediately. So how do you nurture? You can get their email address and send them emails, get them to know you. And you could also use WhatsApp. That's something that's not utilized very much now. Like as a business, you can use WhatsApp to reach out to your customers and send them stuff that they need. How many of you have got 101 unread emails? But WhatsApp, like everything you've read. Okay? So it's the same thing. Like if you get over 20% open rate on email, you're doing very well. Whereas for WhatsApp, it's like you get 80% open rate. Okay? And then if you're not building a community, build a community, which is your own group of people that work with you. Then funnels and qualification. This is just having like, who are the people who've come in? At what stage are they? Have they known us? Can we sell them something? Can we offer them something? And then are they likely to buy or not? And then you qualify them. So again, checkpoint. How many of these have you got? How many of these do you need to work on? Okay? And then number 4, selling, conversion. We talked about this. A lot of times people are not selling. That's just simply, it's as simple as that. Your marketing is working, but you're not just selling. You ask a customer, potential customer, for a meeting, and he gives you that. You spend 1 hour with them, and then you say, okay, great, so I'll send you an email with everything that we talked about. Like, what the? You know, like, 1 hour. How about just for the sale? Okay, close them. And they're also waiting for that. And sometimes they're ready to buy, and you keep talking and talking and talking because you're afraid for to make the ask. So ask. Here's one close that you can all use. One close. Those of you who are afraid of closing. You say, from what you've known about us and what we're offering, what is preventing you from getting started right now? That one question will just make people tell you their objections. Right now I just already bought this, and I think when I'm doing this, then I will. Or right now it's expensive. Or no, I need to talk to my wife. Oh, I need to talk to my husband. But then we know that if a man says, like, no, I don't need to talk to my wife, he's lying. And if a woman says, no, I need to ask my husband, she's lying. We know that men make a decision. They go to the wife, you know what, I need to reconsider because. All right? Okay? So have dedicated sales efforts, not just marketing. So somebody who's actually selling. And then with that dedicated sales efforts, you also need somebody who's in charge of revenue, CRO, your chief revenue officer. And that could be the CEO, but somebody who's actually looking, are we making money or not? Because there's also the companies that know I've got a CMO. The marketing is working. Okay? And then follow up. Studies have shown that the sale usually happens after the 5th time. Yeah. 5th time. How many of you are actually waiting for somebody to call you back, the one that you actually wanted to buy something, right? You're waiting like, the person should call me. And you say, actually, I'm in a meeting now. Can you call me back? And they never did. But you want to buy, right? So just follow up. If you say follow up, be like a kid. Like, Mommy, can I? Daddy, can I? Until you actually say no. Yeah. But even then, they'll negotiate. So be like that. Okay, here's another checkpoint. Have you got any of those things? How many of those have you got? Okay, number 5. This one a lot of people confuse for customer care. Okay? So customer success is not glorified customer care. It's not. Customer success is making sure that your customers are winning. Because if customers come in and they don't know how to use your product, they feel frustrated. So remember, when they bought already, they felt like they overpaid. And their partner is telling them, you always buy these things that you don't use. And then they can't use it. Then they'll ask for a refund. Okay, so when they sign up, help them win. Help them win. Okay, and even just tell them that, congratulations, you made a very good decision purchasing this product. People are like, you think so? Because how many of you, if you go into the bathroom, how many products have you got that you don't use? Yeah? And then you're going to buy another one. And then when you're buying, you're like, I'm making that mistake again, right? And then you want somebody to say, you know what, this is the best. You say, even if it also goes. And then in some of us, it's with like courses and digital products. We keep buying and buying and buying. This is the one, okay? So make sure your customers are winning. Then number 2, are they spending more with you? Are they spending more? In other words, can you increase how much you make from one customer? It's actually hard. It's expensive to get a customer. And you make way more money with your existing customers. They know you already. And they trust you. And if you're doing a good job, they like you and trust you. So sell more to them. Don't try to get new customers. Okay, and then are they referring you? Are they referring you? Ask for referrals directly. Ask. Just ask. Okay? Then, this is the checkpoint. How many of these are you doing? How many of them can you work on? For referrals, by the way, it's easy. Just ask them, like, hey, do you know one person who you think we could work with? Don't say, please send some people. When you do, please send some people, they say, you're making your problem my problem. Like now you're hiring me for your marketing. No. Just say, do you know one person? And then when you say one person, they usually think of the best person. They won't send you somebody they'll be embarrassed about. Okay? Then the last one, okay, that's supposed to be a 6. Okay? ChatGPT didn't check this. I'm kidding. That's supposed to be, this is measuring, so measurement. Number 1, ROI. What returns are you getting on your marketing efforts? A lot of times, you're not measuring that. Okay? You're supposed to get, like, if you're paying money to, you're giving Mark Zuckerberg and the Google people money, you should check. Like, we gave them 1,000. How much have they given us back in terms of sign-ups? Okay? So you should check. Like, they'll say, okay, conversions will be like 2%. So you're saying, okay, I want 20 people to sign up. It means 1,000 people should click on your stuff. And 1,000, it's like 1,000, it only goes 20? But those are the numbers. Then you can improve. If you're measuring, you can just try to see, like, which part of this is not working. Then you can move the 2% to 3%. And then, like, oh, cool, we're making more. Right? Measure, measure, measure. Then the best measure is louder. What's the best measure? Revenue. Yes. Revenue, money. And then moolah. Then these are some of the things you should measure. Customer acquisition cost. How much does it cost you to get one customer to come in? So you could sometimes, like, you give something out for free, or you give them, you pay Facebook to say, hey, $10 to somebody to come in, 10 rand to somebody to come in. How much do they pay, live with you for? So that's LTV. The lifetime value, measure that as well. Okay? And then, because you can spend like 1,000 to get a customer, but when that customer comes in, they spend 10,000 with you. So you actually made money compared to thinking, yo, this one wants a free trial, demo, yo, all of these. Okay. So if you look at that ratio, a good ratio would be like, if it's more than 3, that is good. If it's more than that, that's really, really good. So if, for instance, you spend 1,000 to acquire a customer, and then that customer just spends another 1,000, it's not good, eh? No. Yeah, then if they spend 3,000, that's good. If they spend 4, that's good. So that is why you can see companies like HubSpot, they say, use our stuff, Amazon, use our stuff for free, 2 years, here, 10,000, wow. And then after the 2 years, oh, hey. Start printing money. So if you can see that, this is magical, by the way, because you can get people in low, because again, when you're starting, it's low trust, then you can get them with that. Then the other thing you should measure, are you building your email list? Are you building a community? Okay. All right. So this is the last checkpoint. How many of these are you measuring? Okay. How many of these are you measuring? For SaaS, it's slightly different. I mean, for products, slightly different. That's usually for SaaS. Okay. The software as a service, and then subscriptions. Cool. Last summary. Let's just read them out together. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. So these will help you. Again, our superpowered Pranary is making things simple, practical, instead of just complicating stuff. So at least today you can go and just see like, okay, what are we doing here? What can we fix here? And then that just helps you. Okay.